In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my 7-foot power forward build with 85 vertical that's been absolutely horsing every single build I've played on this game. This build is absolutely insane. Okay, I'm going to take you guys to the wreck. I'm going to show you guys the highlights over a couple of games. But first of all, listen, when I made this build, again, 2K is all about making builds that you specialize in. Now, I know it's only been a couple of days, it's barely been a day, but I've actually remade this build, okay? And you guys will see what I'm talking about after, seeing the highlights. I'm going to talk a little bit more about why I remade this build. Now, 74 three ball, you guys can actually hit with a 74. It's not bad. I would definitely recommend having an 82 mid-range because you have way more shot, like, options when it comes to the jump shot, like very good jump shots with 82 mid-range, and recommend a 76. That's for me personally. But anyways, when it comes to this build, the key thing about this build when it comes to be able to horsing people is the offensive rebound. You guys can see I only have a 93 offensive rebound, which is not super high. When you guys see the highlights, it's crazy. But then the key thing about this build for me is the 85 vertical. Okay, this 85 vertical, a lot of centers, especially at 7 foot, do not have 85 vertical. Okay, I know a lot of people are putting 80 vertical, 75. And after watching this gameplay, I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably going to be thinking, should I use my cap breaker on vertical? And honestly, if you want to be a predominant rebounder, you've already made your build, I would definitely recommend putting your cap breaker whenever you get it on vertical because it's 100% worth it. Now, this build doesn't have block, and this build, just the interior defense is meh, do you know what I'm saying? But again, the purpose of me making this build, especially at power forward, is I don't really have the responsibility of being blocking shots, whatever. The whole purpose is to be snagging boards and dunking on people. You guys can see I have 90 post control, 90 standing, 90 driving dunk, 85 close shot. So this is just a pure offense build with playmaking. Our playmaking isn't bad, or sorry, isn't maxed. But anyways, let us go into the builder. Sorry, not the builder, but the wreck. And again, another key thing is the speed of this build is so important to be able to snag. Okay, it's very important to have agility and speed. Both of them are key to be able to snag balls like crazy. But anyways, enough talking. Let us go into these wreck games. You guys will see how crazy some of these board animations are. This build is absolutely just snagging every single matchup I've played on NBA 2K25 so far. Here we are in the wreck, okay? You guys will see how crazy the rebounding on this build is, okay? We're gonna keep going in and out. Also, I'm gonna be showing you guys some of the pros and the cons of having sort of 90s of standing dunk. Are the standing dunk still OP? You guys will see, you guys can see again the vertical. I mean, you guys will see how my guys just jumping. It's just insane. I trust me, this is the best rebounding build I've ever made in any 2K history because this is a 7 foot build with an 85 vert. Okay, like it's just insane. I don't even have, watching this gameplay. I didn't even have gold rebound chaser. A lot of these clips you're watching are with silver and bronze. But again, this build is insane. The vertical, you're jumping, you're catching lobs. That's the whole point. The whole point is to have fun, be annoying. But look again, look how every single board I am just latching onto them. I'm literally going for it. And every time my teammate goes for the fade or the midi, again, the other thing I always do with this build, I always get a running start. Now, talking about the standing dunk, for you guys that are thinking of putting standing dunk on your build, I'm not saying it's bad, but just understand the standing dunk is not as OP as they were last year. Obviously, the post control right there. Again, the post control this year isn't the greatest in my opinion. They're a bit like clunky and stuff, and it's not really my favorite kind of thing. I mean, I think last year was way smoother in terms of just being in the post. But anyways, the horsing of this build is insane. Y'all can see these. Look how many people are in the paint trying to stop me. It gets so funny that most games now that I play, you see the power forward and the center both trying to box me out because you guys can see I'm always coming in very late. I talked about it when I showed you guys my stats. Having agility and having speed are so crucial in order to be a great rebounder, okay? Because I know some of you guys have 96, and I know some of you guys are probably thinking, should I make a build with a 99? I definitely would not recommend putting any build to a 99 offensive rebound just because of how much stats you kind of lose in doing so. And I think 96 is a good start, but again, going into the post, we have post control, we have an 80 mid range. Again, I'm still showing obviously clips because the build does have it. I do want to show it. But for me, look at that, just snagging boards again, giving it to my teammates. I mean, it's the start of the game. Look how many people are there. Look, you see the power forward. You see what I'm talking about? Both the power forward and the center, they're both trying to box me out, but we're still going for it. Look, we're still going for it. And we finally got a bucket. Um, but yeah, the post control is just a bit weird to me, man. I'm not the biggest fan of the post control this year. And yes, whites do go in, not my proudest moment, but listen, we're not gonna complain, right? But again, the whole purpose of this build I'm showing you guys is I just want to show you guys the ability to get rebound. And as I was playing these games, one of the thing I was analyzing and the reason, look at this snag, bro. Oh my god. The reason why I ended up making a new build was I was just kind of looking at, I was witnessing my play style. I'm like, most of these games, I rarely post up. I'm always grabbing rebounds. So I was asking myself, do I really need post control? Now, again, last year, the reason I showed that in the clip was because last year, I would have got a standing dunk right there. So before you guys are thinking of making standing dunks, I'm not saying you shouldn't put standing dunks on your build. What I am saying is it's not what it was last year. Okay, you're not gonna put standing dunk and you're not gonna be able to dunk on people every single time. Okay, you guys can see it works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't work. And for me, I mean, if it's clutch time situation, I don't know about that, bro. But you guys can see this build can also get steals. But again, if it's clutch time situation, I don't know if I would risk going for a standing dunk. Last year, I would go for it 100%. But again, the snag of this build is just insane. Like, if I didn't show you guys the stats of my build at the start of this video, I'm sure a lot of you guys, if I told you just to guess what my build is, I'm sure a lot of people would probably think I have like a 96 offensive rebound or a 99 offensive rebound, but I don't, okay? The reason why is I'm able to make up for the lack of rebound. Look over here, we dunked on two people. Again, the inconsistency of the standing dunk. It is possible, but it's just inconsistent. But again, the rebound on this build, having a 93 allows me to be able to go super high on my vertical, and I'm just able to just go insane. Okay, I know some of you guys, I played another 7 foot build that had a 76, sorry, not a 96, and I out rebounded them. I was very surprised by it, and that's because a lot of you guys out there, you guys are putting 80 or 75 vertical on your builds, which is fine. Like I said, you have cap breakers, and I would definitely recommend. Look how I'm just jumping for these boards. I would definitely recommend you guys put it on there. Look at that, bro. Look how bro, it looks it looks like light work. You know what I'm saying? The way my build is jumping, just kind of gliding in the air. It just looks like I just do this on a daily basis. And I love standing in that dunker spot because I'm always trying to figure a way to kind of, abuse the dunk, right? Somehow. If they're gonna break sort of standing dunk, you guys can see it works there, but it's just inconsistent, right? Would I want to keep spamming it? Like, I would rather do that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd rather stand up and spot right here and just go for square. Okay, so for you guys that want to abuse over the standing dunks and whatever, that's my recommendation. Okay, just kind of stand in dunk and spot because risking the meter dunk every single time for me is just not worth it, bro. Like, again, just going crazy. So this build is not just a build that's just there for for board and everything. You guys can see over here, another 38-point game. But one if the paint again, close shot is another thing that's important for you guys that are watching this video. Close shot is super OP, right? I think people that have high close shot are gonna enjoy just spamming like pump fakes in the paint and going up for it because it's annoyingly complete. That possession right there, you guys can see I started off inbounding and I still ran all the way up the court and I still snagged the center, bro. It's insane what this build can do with that vertical. The 85 vertical, a lot of people don't talk about it enough. It just allows it to just be so annoying. Like, look, just both of us going for it. You guys can see the difference in our jump, like starts and everything. But again, look right here on the previous 2K, I would have dunked that. It's just the inconsistency. So again, the only reason I'm showing you guys this, I know some of you guys are thinking, oh, fair, how OP is a standing dunk? They're decent, but they're just not consistent. That's the way I'm gonna put it. Okay, I'm not saying you shouldn't go for it, and I'm not saying 90 standing dunk is bad. I'm just saying don't expect it to be like last year. And if you're gonna be 6'8", like last year, it's definitely not going to be the same. So again, what I started to do, you guys notice, is I started to run to the dunker spot because I noticed that's just way easier to get those contact dunks, okay? Because I don't want to risk going for the meter dunk and keep getting red contest and then we're very late. But again, another board, we're just going crazy, okay? And the reason I'm showing this many clips is I want to show you guys this is not some kind of like, flute game or whatever. But again, the inconsistency when it comes to the standing dunks, like you can get it sometimes and other times you don't get it. So hopefully for you big men out there, that's kind of helping you guys get a better understanding of what it's like. For me personally, I think you can get it with an 81 standing dunk. Personally, I wouldn't go too crazy on it. But again, look, another standing dunk getting missed right there. Not fun. Okay, it's very frustrating when that happens. Again, right here, even when we missed it, look how quickly my guys latching onto those boards. It's just is wild to me. Like this build, when it comes to the just snagging, look, I'm kind of right here, it's kind of slicked. I kind of slid off him right there, but again, then I this time I got it. But again, would I want to sell my team by consistently trying and getting some and missing some? I wouldn't think so. But again, you guys can see the dunker spot I'm talking about. I'm always at a certain angle where I can just dunk it instead. It's much easier for me to do that rather than trying to force a dunk. So I'd rather just stand in a certain direction. Right here, see, I'm underneath the paint. It's not quite the same, but again, close shot is here to save the day. I would recommend you guys to have your close shot layup, like your layup timing on, in order to be able to get those, like, so you can actually see your shot time when it comes to the layups. But again, this build is going crazy. I mean, how have you guys been finding the game? I know there's been a lot of glitches and all this stuff, like when it comes to 2K, but so far I think the shooting is very good. The shooting feels very smooth in 2K. But apart from that, I think everything else, I don't know if it's pro play, another dunk, or again, like, I mean, last year, this is a straight contact, but we can't get it this year. But anyways, I think the pro play has its pro and its cons, but again, you guys can see just snagging, getting boards, 11 offensive rebounds this game. Anyways, let's go to the build. I'm going to show you how I made this build. Here we are in the builder, okay? So I went with power forward, 7 foot, 234 pounds. Now the crazy thing about this build that I didn't even think about when I made it is I can actually get a 99 offensive rebound, which is exactly, I do think, you know, if I do keep playing on this build, I'm going to kind of transition between this build and my new build that I made. I want to show you guys that build very shortly. But that's probably the build I'll be playing on predominantly. But this build is also capable of getting 99 offensive rebound. You guys can see sort of the max potential right here. But anyways, this is how I made the build, okay? I've kind of showed you guys a preview of it. Again, it doesn't really have any block. It doesn't have interior defense. And I know some of you guys are going to be killing me like, Fair, why would you make a build like this? I get it. Trust me. And you guys will see what I tweaked in my new center build. But again, the 85 vertical is super insane. I was initially thinking of using my cap breakers on like the standing dunks and maybe the post control, but the post control is so glitched, I'm never gonna bother anymore. So I might just use, if I'm able to get, plus 10, get 2 other cap breakers. I'm not sure if I can get all 15, but at least 10 I think is possible. I'm definitely going to go for 99 offensive rebound with this build. But anyways, this is the current build. Okay, this is what it's looking like. You guys can see Aero Wizard, you got close shot, you got standing dunk. It's offensively OP. The passing, you still got the visionary, versatile visionary, whatever it's called, decent ball handling. But again, because I realized I wasn't really using my post control a lot, and the post control is so, oh my god, the animations are so weird, man. Like, I'm telling my guy to do one thing, the game is registering as something else, and it's just so inconsistent. So what I ended up doing was, until 2K maybe kind of figure or maybe patch that out, I'm gonna show you guys, if you guys want to see this 266 builds, those are another OP builds people aren't talking about. But anyways, that's for another day. I'm going to show you guys those ones. But what I end up doing, I've actually been playing on this build, and I'm not going to go too much into it, but this is my new center build I end up making. So for all you guys that are thinking, Fear, I really like the vertical, I really like the rebounding, but I don't think I want to make a build with no block. I get it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So before you guys all try roast me in the comment section, please make sure you watch the video all the way to this side before getting to the comment section, because I got you boys, all right? So what I end up doing was I end up changing my my play style completely. I took down post control, because again, it should, if you're going to be drop stepping, and that's your play style, like you're gonna drop step, try and match with close shot, I think that makes sense and I would go for it. But in terms of like post spinning and trying to like shimmy and trying to do dream shakes, it's too inconsistent, man. Like post, I don't know, like it's just weird. So anyways, once it gets sorted out, I'm gonna go back on my other build. But for now, we remade this build. Now you're probably thinking, Fear, 80 defensive rebound as a center, is that not risky? That was my thought as well. When I made this build, I did show it to my teammate Tage, and I said to him, look, I want to make this at power forward. But he's like, Fair, why would you want to make this at power forward? You like setting screens, you're better than most centers when it comes to like just getting balls and playing on the inside, which I 100% agree with. And I've played a few games on this build. I think I played like 4 or 5 games on this build, and honestly, yes, it's the start of the game. People haven't really got the max badges yet, but I'm not really struggling, because again, the vertical on this build is going crazy. We have a super high vertical and we're snagging every single board. But yeah, when it comes to the jump shot, I know the other build has a slightly lower, a max wingspan, but with this one, I dropped it by 1. So what I realized is in the jump shot or the jump shot selection, jump shot creator, the best jump shots I talked about at the start of the video, they are locked in at 82. Okay, trust me, put 82 on your build and then put 76 and you should be fine, because you're gonna get some of the best animation. I recommend Jonathan Isaac and what's his name? Jonathan Isaac and Julius Randle release, and then mix it with whatever you want. Okay, it's super good. And again, the passing isn't the best for a center, but bro, you can't have it all, man. You can't have it all. But anyways, I've remade the build. I know it's been like less than 24 hours. This is the new build I will be playing on. So next time you guys see me on stream, this is gonna be the build I'll be playing on. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yes, 85 vertical is insane, and I recommend everyone to try it out, you know, if you haven't so far. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.